Sorry about that. First time using this. There we got this building here that has a weird history to it. And they're building a Oxy hotel. Anyway, let's keep walking. Wow, it is really sunny. We are in Brooklyn. Across the street or up over the pedestrian. That's the bicycle area. Here we go. See what else we have. Chat view. Hello. Let's see. Try and do that. That's not what I wanted. I wanted chat. There we go. Yes. You can enter and type. That would be good. We are going up the hill. Oh, there you are. Now I see it. Nice day today. Yeah, for a minute there, I couldn't figure out how to get the chat view working. Now I can see it. Trying this gimbal. And I'm trying this new different live stream app. For me, it's new. Prism. The kids are running. Of course, they have to scream right as they pass me. Yeah, on the screen. Oh, you see it on the screen even. Huh. I don't know if there's a way for me to hide the comments and still see it, so it's not on the screen. Like do a split mode. Before I wasn't able to see the comments at all. So well, now I see it in like 2 places. That's weird. See it in 2 places? Because I see it in 2. Below 50 subs, so I'm told I have to go YouTube. It's fine, it's okay. It's weird. Yeah, I see it in like 2 areas. There's one point here I'm gonna lose signal a little bit past where the walkway changes. I see both chat screen and on the screen too. Oh, you see it too? I don't know, maybe I goofed. Let me see. Something. Let me see. Is there a difference? I'm not sure. Right, left. Tappa. I don't know. Text. Whoa. I don't know.
I mean, it's not really know very strong, but I know that's
No longer on the screen. Just a delay. Okay. I think I got rid of it. Somehow. I hope so. Now changed? Maybe. Still there, maybe. Oh, shoot, it's still there. Ah. Huh. I don't know why it's maybe that solved it. Maybe. Who knows? It's just I want to try and figure out how it works, you know? That's maybe I got it. The problem with YouTube is there's no real way to test it unless you go live and experiment. You know what I mean? Yay! I hope so. Really do. So I got up to 203 subs last night, and then I ended up this morning with like 190 something, like 93. So it's like 10 or 12 subs all of a sudden dropped off the face of the earth. Not on the screen anymore. Yay! That's the train you hear underneath. Maybe I didn't lose connection on this walkway. Or maybe I've yet to. I don't know. This walkway, at least when I had T-Mobile, I'd lose reception at some point for like a slight second. The problem with the other one, I had to tap each comment, you know, like to acknowledge it. Here I don't have to like tap it, it just shows up on the screen. You will. What you gotta do is you gotta post every day, and then you gotta bug people to join. You go to other streams that they that do lives, and they'll give you followers. Hey, follow this person, he's new, this and this, he's trying to get X amount of subs. But the problem is, so it might fill the quotas for the subs, but you still need the watch hours, you know? But I'm only what, like 19 or 18% out of the 1,000. So I got a long way to go. You know, I figured once I get 250, I can say I got a quarter of the way. And I'm not even a quarter of the way. Oh, there's a tugboat. Can't really see it. Let's see if we can get the... I can't really see it through here, but there's a tugboat. That's always something to talk about. There's always some good news or bad news. Life is always throwing both curveballs, both different directions. That's what happens when you plan, you know? Service is terrible. I don't know why. Night was saying T-Mobile had an outage or something. I don't know what. The internet on T-Mobile last night. I don't know what it was. As you know, I'm using AT&T's Cricket. It's okay, but I think they got a lot of work to do. Cricket is leading the way in promoting terrible service ideas for customer service. They got rid of all their corporate stores and then just relying on authorized resellers. You know, Cricket's owned by AT&T. And T-Mobile has a company called Metro that they bought. And they decided recently, you know what? Cricket's saving all this money not having corporate-owned stores. It's just resellers. We should do the same thing. So now they're closing all the resellers for Metro. You know, no, they're not closing all the resellers. They're closing all the corporate stores. So it's only going to be authorized resellers. Which, the authorized resellers, they nickel and dime you on services. Like, if you want a SIM card, you got to pay for it. When the customer service will say, yeah, they'll give it to you for free. It's like, no, they won't. Yeah. Hi, Survivor Sam. In 1994, what happened? That's the first time I drove in the city. It was full-size work van from Manhattan to Queens. Over that bridge. Yeah, Williamsburg Bridge. I never driven in the city to that point. Well, 94, I was too young to drive. Well, yeah. Because I was 16 when it was probably 96 I started driving. I think. Something like that. I think I had to be 16 to drive. I remember driving over this bridge with my family coming back from vacation once. And it was one of the years where there was no power. So it was around this time of day. Well, it was probably a bit later because in the summer, right? As I was driving over the bridge, it got dark. And then once you got down the hill of the bridge, right to Delancey and Clinton, it was pretty much pitch black because of the traffic on the bridge. And they had all these police officers. This train. So it was like, it just got the sun set, and there was all these police officers directing traffic because the traffic lights weren't working. But they had no reflective gear whatsoever. And you know, a police uniform in New York City, it's all like black or like navy blue, black, almost black, you know? It's like really dark blue to a point where late at night you have no reflective gear on or whatsoever. You can't see anything. They didn't even have, actually I think they might have had wands that were lit up. And all you saw were the wands. It was ridiculous. And then when you got further into the city, on side streets, there were no cops directing traffic. It was a complete shit show. But that's my story on this bridge. They might not even renovate the bridge yet at that time. Yeah, I don't think so. I think they did renovate it since. Switch their uniforms back around 94 also. Yeah, well, possibly. I don't know, was this after 94? Maybe it was after 94, but yeah, I was driving, obviously. So, it was when the power went out because some utility company, and I don't know, somewhere in the middle of the country, I don't know, maybe Ohio, they were working on utilities, and then they like somehow effed up royally, and like half the country was without power, including all of New York City, for like a few days while I was on vacation. That's what I was coming home to. As soon as I got home, the lights turned back on. So I guess that was, what, like 2000? 202, 204? I don't know. Somewhere around then. Okay, here's where the cyclists meet up. I have also taken the J train before that. You know, yeah, it's possibly what you hear is the J train. There were so many blackout periods I can remember which ones happened when. Yeah, really. This was the one that somebody goofed. It was not weather related. No, not Sandy. That was a crazy one. So now we share the road here with cyclists. But sometimes cyclists go in the walkway path. And then you have the e-bikes as well. And the e-scooters, which you're really not supposed to use, but try telling that to somebody in New York. They're just going to do what they please. Yeah. It's nice walking, like right before it gets dark, walking across the bridge. So I started originally at a Moxie hotel that's coming soon in Brooklyn. It's right on Bedford, right at the foot of this bridge. Half a block, maybe a block away. About a block away, yeah, two halves. And they're gonna be, and they also built and opened, actually, a Moxie at the other side of this bridge, but it's a few blocks and around the corner. It's not right at the entrance of the bridge, but near there. It's at Bowery and I want to say Broome. So yeah, Moxie is owned by, I believe, Marriott. They're like the largest hotel chain in the world, I think.
I'm not seeing.
They also have the timeshares. It's funny, on YouTube they're advertising timeshares for some ski resort in Vermont. I think it was Stowe. And they don't use the word timeshares anymore. They use something like shared residential living or something. Something crazy like that. Because timeshares just has such a negative, can't think of the word, but there's so much negativity towards the word timeshare. Rightfully so. Because they just leech off people and bleed people dry of money. Let's see the comments. It's hard to read them with the sun. There were so many blackout periods, yeah. There was a string of power outages from Ohio all the way to New York. I thought it was relatively recent, but maybe that was 2002 or 2004, yeah. Revel just passed? It's possible. I see city bikes. Yeah, this person is easily on a e-bike, city bike. Yeah, I've seen rebels all the time. I've been walking on this bridge a lot. What's interesting on this bridge, I haven't been on the Brooklyn Bridge in a heck of a long time. I might do a live stream there. But I remember they used to have padlocks. And there was a time briefly, people started adding padlocks on this bridge and they removed them right away. It was like, no, we can't have this happen here. They got plates, they should be on the road, they shouldn't be on the roadway. On the roadway. They got plates, yes. They definitely should not be on the walkway. But, oh, here goes another. That was not a, that was a moped. Not Rebel, but a scooter of some sort. I don't know, I think they shouldn't be on the bridge at all. You know, it's like people drive so fast on this, on the bridge. But how do you get from Brooklyn, Queens on a moped? I don't really think they should be. I think it should just be for like local travel. I don't think it should be between different boroughs. I don't know, that's just me. Just my thought. Live in New York State near Vermont now. Near Middlebury. There's a bridge here too, the Champlain Bridge. Yeah, when I was a kid, my parents had me go, they actually my father really, had me go to Vermont with him, and my mom would come along even though she hated the winter. And she wasn't a skier, but he was. And we go all these ski resorts. So I've been to Stowe, I've been to Killington, I've been to Sugar Bush, I've been to Mad River Glen, I've been to Hunter, even though that's New York State, been to Wyndham, that's New York State. I've been all over Northeast when I was a child. I want to go to the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's like, I don't know, like 3.5 hours from the city. I was thinking of maybe going like visit my parents' house, and then that's like 2 hours away from there, and then going there from there, so I can spend the day there, or maybe sleep over somewhere nearby, because I don't know, 2 hours on like winding roads, and I might just want to break it up for an hour. I know, I make it seem like 2 hours is such a long drive when it really isn't. Yeah, but there is no, oh, here goes another one. There is no real good solution for it unless they build their own bridge. That might be crazy in itself, a moped bridge. What happens if a moped breaks down, you know? I don't know. This area I really don't like when you're trying to cross over there. Actually, I think we can. Let's go this way. This here, a lot of times they have cops waiting right for the cars that go through the light, but they're not here right now. At least they used to have them over there, but it used to be right over here. And then they'd pull somebody over, but or they'd hide right behind the bridge. Gas-powered tool, the second one. It's just going right through the lights. Let's see. Yeah, for all two-wheeled motor vehicles, it could be. This is the crazy Burger King that used to be, well, it's still in graffiti. Looks like they have sectioned off. They're still doing some work in it. But it's still open too while they do work. Craziness. Lots of ways to get around. Yeah. Lots of ways to get around, but for scooters, I don't think it's the smartest. There's just too many things could go wrong when you're on the scooter or motorcycle in New York. Might make a lot more sense in like a more rural setting. It's just too busy. There's no real good way to store them. You know, people put it in their homes when there's like all sorts of e-bike explosions you hear nowadays. So here we are. Essex Market across the street. Oh, this car is out of service. Worst place to be out of service, right there. Oh. I hope she doesn't get hit by somebody. They're honking at her. Traffic cops looking at her, funny. Yeah. She's out of service. Oh, they went back. Nah, the traffic cop, he just walks away. He don't care. That's New York for you. They don't care. This McDonald's was renovated about 3 years ago. They have like empty offices above it, which is weird. Usually they don't have anything above. Usually it's just the McDonald's. I think those cops saw that there was a disabled vehicle, but they're not gonna. Oh, they are gonna do something. Nope, they're going the other way. I think they're gonna get someone in the bus lane. Are they monitoring this bus lane now? Nope, they're going somewhere else entirely. They got the call. Namely a Subway Metro North customer. Let me see. I missed some. Allowed to have electric bikes or scooters via new landlord rules. Yeah, well, it makes sense. You're really not they're not really for residential use, you know, to store them. You need somewhere safe to store them. There's so many horror stories of them exploding. bus lane doesn't have walls. It was designed for a specific shuttle bus to replace the L train that never happened. That's what I thought. At one point I started seeing signs that said bus lane, and I thought maybe it was coming. But here's one of the wing stops that I go to for wing reviews. This one, they're nice people and all that work there, but they tend to oversalt their fries there. I like to be able to give them the choice of how much salt I like. So they put too much for my taste. I don't know, for some reason I thought there was at one point. Looks like they removed it. This Starbucks is open later today. Usually they close early, real early. It's like I could go by there at like 2 o'clock and you see them getting ready to close for the day. I'm like, what gives? So I wonder if they're gonna stay open, or when their lease is up, if they're just gonna shut down. People are lining up for double chicken, please. They might be lining up for something else. I use the L train quite a lot. Yeah, I used to use the L train when I had a car and I parked it in Williamsburg a lot. Right there. Thank you very much for coughing right as you passed me. This is why I'm gonna get COVID again. I don't know if you heard that. She coughed as soon as she passed me. Brilliance. It is an interesting train route. And I feel like there's communities around those subway stops. Some of them. Especially when you get further out in Brooklyn, is what I meant. That's funny. A homeless guy said to this other guy, "Hey, it's a happy Valentine's." I thought he was gonna ask him, "Hey, can you spare a buck?" I was waiting for that. There we go, more construction. Can't even tell it's a detour. Blah 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 head. Ambulance is a camper van. Oh, it looks like it's... I didn't even notice until you mentioned it. Right behind me. I see there's a... the windshield is all covered up. There's some sort of white cover. It's gotta be a sleeper van. Shun Yun. Shun Yun. I think I saw that once. I think I went with my college. They gave me a free ticket if I went with them back then in the 2000s, mid 2000s, I think. Yeah, I went back to college. I started late. Well, actually, I started earlier, then I dropped out, and then I went back. Look at all this. Looks ugly, man. Just remove that. My God. Graffitied entrance, and they're not even using it other than just putting all these tables there, and they're all stacked together. So you couldn't even eat there if you wanted to. see. We're gonna end this at other Moxie. Walk from one Moxie to the other. Here we are at Bowery and Delancey, which turns into Kenmare. This hotel, I have no idea if it's any good. It's a Citizen M. It's relatively new, a few years. It was pretty tied up. We have this artwork on the wall here. I have no idea what's down there. They have a coffee shop, so if you wanted to, you could get coffee. And I think that's open to the public, the coffee shop. I have no idea if it's any good. And you have seating out here. One thing they're missing is charging cables, charging outlets. One thing they're missing, they have lights. So lights up at night, I think. Oh. Sorry about that. This guy I've seen in the neighborhood for years. I don't know. I don't know who he is. Nice Asian guy. Don't know who he is. Somehow I think he had kids. For some reason that's what I think. Could be wrong. Kanji Dim Sum House. This has a nice store, nice ambience to it. Can't remember if the food was any good. Maybe I went the wrong way. Oh, I think it was the other way. It was the Moxie Hotel. That's right, it was at Broome. I went the wrong way. So this video is extended. I want to end it Moxie to Moxie. Isn't this such a nice ambience to it? Right? So here we are. Is he gonna get somebody? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they just use their sirens on just to cut through traffic and do illegal turns. Oh, there he is again. Undercover. No, it's not undercover. It has the signage on the side, so it's not. When I first started living there, I got turned around a lot. Thing is, I didn't first Just the Moxie Hotel is a newer hotel. See, there it is. There's the Moxie. It's pretty big.
Actually, I want to about it before, but some of them say
They have a doorman even.
okay, and I think it's too low.
There you go. Moxie to Moxie. Well, this one's actually open. Well, that was a legal turn, but maybe it was further back and he just was slow to catch up to him. I don't know. They had the light though, so I don't know. Not sure. And that turn, there is a turn there. You have to wait for the light, but I'm not sure. Yep, it's brand new. Then there's Soho Hotel, which looks like a tenement building. Would you stay at a place they call themselves a hotel and then there's no elevator? At least I guess there's no elevator. I'm fine if it's like an inn, like a bed and breakfast in like Vermont or something and there's no elevator, but for a place to call themselves a hotel and no elevator, that seems weird. I don't think I would feel comfortable. When you have a place like Moxie across the street, which has an elevator obviously, I'd feel a lot more comfortable there. They often pull people over after that turn. He could have parked at the corner. Maybe he went into the intersection before the light was green for him. Could be, I don't know. They pull people over for all sorts of things, as you know. No parking, hotel, loading zone. So of course you have a truck parked here. Looks like a movie truck. Oh, generator. Must be lowered to the back. Yeah, it looks like a movie truck. Hey, they're filming. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. It is February 14th. Evening, late afternoon, early evening. And this is kind of Lower East Side / Nolita. I guess that's Lower East Side Nolita area without an intersect, without a neighborhood. A Tacoma. Pickup truck. For some reason, I don't see as many pickup trucks in the city. As soon as I leave the city, you see so many more pickup trucks. You know, you see them, just not as many. So anyway, have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you guys in a future broadcast.